People on this webinar, Lawrence is kind of like this as well, had success before we were in power at one point to a fairly significant level. But you'd really just kind of...
Many things, and can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah. I think with that, but yeah.
I guess being around the right environment, winning over once, allowing us to live in Costa Rica and do things, but at the end of the day, I was working double full-time in my businesses in order to be able to make that $2,000 transform. That's when the transformations started to begin, because I remember 1 year ago, I was still struggling, to afford my rent, which was super cheap. It was $450, $40,000. And it's just the natural progression of putting yourself and surrounding yourself around people that can stretch your beliefs. Because one of the biggest self-limit beliefs was when I joined was I just wanted to make an extra $5,000 because this was 100% commissions, and I had to work 24 hours straight for a year to make $2,000 a month in a network marketing company, because we get those little, I don't know if it's the 4-minute mile or the 5-minute mile, but for the longest time, nobody can run a mile under a certain period of time or under a certain time point. Then one person does it, then all of a sudden the started to believe that it was possible. And as soon as I shifted my beliefs, everything became easy. I remember before our first coaching session, Dave, you told me what to focus on. And that's when started to shift my focus and to actually believe it was easy, which in the beginning was hard. I was struggling, in the beginning when I got started with Empower Network, I'd get, maybe a sale every other day. Just that audio, how to make $1,500 a day blogging with Джастин Верранга, because that's before I was making $1,500 a day. That's way before. That's Dave telling me what the hell to do and what to focus. $50,000, and I think it's all a focus. We focus on helping as many people daily as possible, and today, earlier when I checked, we helped 8 new people, and the key is, many of you mentioned already, is positioning yourself to earn all the money. You want to get the results we get, you got to be positioned the same exact way, because if you're not to the point we made our first $20,000, we said, well, we have the 15K per month formula, let's start actually getting an education. And then the same thing with the master's course. We re-educated ourselves. Then we started applying the paid advertising strategies that we started to learn from the great leaders that are on the panel tonight. And it's just like something I discovered, get really good at one, but you need to be working on the one skill set that's going to, make you a lot of money here, which is helping people. But how do you help people? You got to be able to generate leads, right? Just connecting with people. And something that we're doing is a lot of Facebook. Probably 7 or 8 out of the 8 signups we got today is from Facebook. I look at what Laura Parrish is doing, number 2 in the contest right now, because I talked to her. Blogging works, YouTube marketing works, solo ads work, email marketing works. Everything works if you're willing to dedicate yourself daily to working on yourself, to improving to the beliefs. And what's the fastest, most powerful way to transcend your belief level to new heights and get rid of those crappy self-limiting beliefs that are going to keep you broke? It's stretch outside your comfort zone and lock arms with us in Chicago, because that's how my transformation began. If it wasn't for that event, I can look at my wife and say, I do not know where we would be or what would have happened. And I just want to bring my wife on real quick to ask her, is it hard to get 2 a day? Because she just started to do it. And again, before the Empowered Network events, we struggled for 6 years. That's why she got out and just started supporting me and Watchwood and David Sharp. And now she's building the business because she don't want to spend my money. And I think that's a beautiful thing, and I love her so much for that. So I'm going to throw her on real quick.
I think Justin brought up a point, and he asked me to talk to you guys because he said, you know, he was like, oh yeah, tell them that I can have these new or different results. I'm here in Medellin, Colombia. That's why I have the blanket on me, and it's a little chilly. I know Justin's like sweating like a hog, but I was thinking about why I started running with video marketing because one, I had already kind of developed the skill and I like video. So I didn't focus on it like, okay, I need to do this or I have to do this with integrity. And you're keeping your mind focused on the long term, anyone can do this. The reason why I was able to just get out of the floodgates, you know, I was burnt out. I was so over, it could never be me. So when I started, you know, when I began, my mind had already shifted, and it wasn't a matter of I can't do this. I knew that I could do this.
Absolutely. And I just want to close with one thing. If you just focus everything on helping 2 people a day, and that's your only focus, and you know, you just able to do it off the bat. Other people may take 90 days, but if it took you 90 days to figure out the skill of helping 2 people get started at the basic level every day, you're going to create trickle-down effect on everything else, including my own spirituality. Because when I was always consistently struggling with how am I going to pay the bills, how am I going to pay the bills, I can't like meditate as clearly or as focused. Where the same dimension, those buy now buttons are hovering in right now. You know, you see those right now. And what you want to do is enter the Stargate. Just go for it. You know what I mean?
Me too.
I hear music.